Like, what just happened here?
Mary!
My energy walked in the room, that's what happened.
That's what I'm talking about. Everything is well now.
Tasha Wells sells out.
Welcome, yeah, the first week, and welcome to the first week since school has started. That's always a hit or miss week for us. And I was gonna say, sometimes there's people that are here and they just don't know what to do. Oh my gosh, I got all this time. And other people are just at the spa all week right now, so.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
That's well, I don't know if everyone knows that reference. You might have to explain that one.
Yeah.
Nope. You're either ride on the bus or you're not.
So welcome, first week back to school. It's my wife's 28th year of teaching 4th grade and homeschooling me for 37. So that's outstanding, we love that, and I'm glad I passed last year, I hope I pass this year. But I do like getting in trouble once in a while. Sorry to hear that, Jackson. For those of you who don't know, that's my son Jackson, so we've referenced him a couple times. He's just here to meet some people and avoid responsibilities of some sort. And welcome Zoomers, let's get it started. Look at all these amazing people. Wow, this is great. So here's what we did last month, just a quick reminder, let's give a round of applause to all these people who came up on the panel. That's a panel of panels. This is a full panel of panels, thank you, and we do have new panels for our feature panels. Okay. And those of you who went to the community engagement, I want you to go on Tasha's social media right now and watch how she's working this September a Sox game. It's pretty special to watch.
I agree.
Yes, outstanding. You're a foot ahead of everyone else. And then what we're doing this month, we have today, we have Matt Burke, Viking legend, coming next week. That's very impressive.
Wow.
Get to see through that.
Yeah. We do that again
I think
one
we
more
were
time.
all like,
We have, 15-year NFL veteran Super Bowl champion, Man of the Year, Hike Foundation founder, and NFL's Director of Football Development, coming here the opening week of football season.
Well done, everyone, well done.
He's also a phenomenal speaker, phenomenal, has an awesome story, so.
That's really
Exciting.
great. Yeah,
Biggest hands I've ever seen.
don't touch that, I'm just saying.
Okay, maybe we'll do a case
Okay.
study.
Oh,
Next week,
okay.
Big one. Let me get out of her system.
Okay, that's good.
All right, we have a case study the following week, which might be about big hands. And then the next one is to get off my case study. Oh no, I was writing that when I was talking to Olivia. KWPR Unplugged, past, present, and future with Olivia. That's going to be outstanding with all that she's learned being a regional director and what she knows here. She even probably remembers Mary. Yes, she does. Mary, what's Mary's last name? Mary Linneman. Mary Linneman was here February 1, 2002, when you founded this beautiful place. So welcome, Mary. And thank you for still liking Steve to some degree at least.
She tolerates it.
That's awesome.
She's in a lot of company.
Yes, and the company of choice. That for agents and their customers, that is our vision. Our mission to build careers worth having, businesses worth owning, lives worth living, experiences worth giving, and legacies worth leaving. And a person that is doing that right now is Lindsay Whalen. Way to go, Lindsay. Lindsay almost wins this every week, and she likes to sit close to the front like these folks right here, so thank you. We want to promote that. And I just had a weird vision because Olivia's going to say goofy stuff, and she has no idea she's sitting next to my son.
Oh, I know.
What do you do now? Okay, that's Olivia. Yeah, all right, let's get that out of the way. All right. Well, Lindsay is extremely involved in her community. When you're in a smaller community like she is, she's from a community of 2,200. You know everybody in the community. And the work you do just gets amplified when you do that, and she is extremely involved. Who do you know that you can nominate this week? I also want to give a shout out to Shane. I saw a video yesterday of him putting out a car fire as a fire department personnel. That's play of the week, unless you started the fire.
Maybe.
In his own car. Yeah, maybe.
Geometro.
Geometro. All right, exactly what to say. We like to also talk about our assumptive frames. We're sharing. So I'm sharing this frame assumptively within the frame that I'm sharing. This is one of Phil Jones's favorites. It's I bet you're a bit like me. He likes that because he immediately gets someone on your side. If it's a total stranger, as long as you say something reasonable, what comes out of your mouth after this gets people walking with you. Example, when I am selling, I bet you're a bit like me. When I'm selling something, I like to get the best price for the least amount of stress. Which client would say no to that, right? It's like, yeah, I think so. Or, I bet you're a bit like me. You're running around juggling life and love it when when you have someone that can just take care of you, right? Like the moms right now and dads with the teachers. Thank you. We're all a bit like you. We understand that sigh of relief. So that's a great one to add. A reminder, why are we doing Canva and AI today? 3 things that we're implementing from our time at Mega Agent Camp. AI, deeper personalization, which is what Josh is doing in a great way, and role play. And we are role playing September 17th, so come join us. And speaking of someone who knows how to make conversations count, let's bring up our broker.
Hello. Oh, I love this song. So do you. Makes you dance on the tables.
Just the song, or is there anything that helps?
That song. Doesn't
My
matter.
son is
What time
here.
of day? All right, I have a very brief update related to forms. If you are the type of person who prints out a few, keeps them in your briefcase, be sure to toss those and shred those. If you're using our forms on a day-to-day basis and our templates, this is already in there for you. We had updated it previously just in June, but out of the utmost of caution, we're updating it also again, and the one that you should be using is dated 8/25. There were just very, very slight changes to the fees for Stone Arch title, and you can see those underlined and outlined here, and that's on our KWPR affiliated business disclosure. But I brought this up earlier this summer. I want to be sure to go over it again today because as we all get really excited for the Canva announcement and release later this week, it's likely that you may do a little bit more social media marketing than you've done in the past. Look at this nifty graphic. I'm popping it up here, I'm popping it up there. So this is your social media reminder. I've been on a social media sting this summer. You've maybe heard from me with some recommendations, and if not, I've been keeping a little bit of records, so you'll probably hear from me by the end of the year. But it is incredibly important that every chance that you have on every one of your posts that has anything related to real estate, that you note that your real estate license is with Keller Williams Preferred Realty. You can put that in the graphic, you can put it in the captions, you can even tag us or just hashtag KWPR, but you won't regret doing a little hashtag KWPR. What you may regret is if you don't do that and someone either files a complaint against the Department of Commerce or files a complaint against the Code of Ethics. So I am no longer dancing on the tables. I'm coming down on you, and I'm being very serious to tell you that this is right from state statute 82.69. Any advertising by a licensee must clearly and conspicuously display the real estate agent brokerage name. This is from the Code of Ethics, and the Code of Ethics has a really nice, our Minnesota Association of Realtors, has a really nice legal companion, and it has hundreds of pages, literally almost 300. And it also has a section, and I have it right here, and this is in regards to internet and social media. So if you want more details, if you're wondering, is this compliant or not, you can use that resource. But within the 17 Code of Ethics, literally 2, 3, 4, 12, 15, 16, 17, they all address how important it is to reveal what brokerage you're licensed with. And if you don't, unfortunately, between the Code of Ethics and the Department of Commerce, you might be subject to a fine of $250 or up to $15,000 fine. You need to make it clear who you're licensed with, but also if you're on a team, reminder, you must also make it clear what team you're on. Avoid ever making it sound like you're the exclusive agent. If you repost someone's listing, please say this listing provided to you by so-and-so. Just a reminder to you, you cannot publicly market your withheld listings. So as you're creating Canva graphics for those new withhelds that you put in command, you can't put those on social media. And also just one thing to kind of close up, remember everything that you put on social media is a reflection of yourself, of your family, but it's also a reflection of the brokerage. So in times where we have division and people have difference of opinions, whether it be about this upcoming political, election season or gun control or what it may be, please just do your very, very best to remain as neutral as possible, and at all chances, avoid the foul language. Please, no F-bombs, nothing dramatic. Try really, really hard to make sure that it's a positive reflection on the brokerage rather than a negative. Do you have any questions? All right. Sorry to take more time on that, but it is really important.
Thank you.
Good timing.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Put the song back on, make her dance.
So if anyone takes any pictures that we're doing, just make sure you include the brokerage. Okay, speaking of someone who likes to dance a lot, we just wanted to recognize quick the region of Keller Williams that is led by Olivia. Acknowledge Jason this week as we all know how special Jason is, not just
Very special.
he's very special. I know he hates this, so he's gotta say these things, so you're gonna just sit and take it. Jason.
Awesome.
We absolutely take for granted what we have in Jason, not just in the role of having your own tech person down the hall or your own PC person to bounce things off of, but our very own tech person. And what makes it the best when he got this recognition is, there's a fun fact about Cheryl. Cheryl's the office pirate, hoist the skull and mustache for Cheryl. So we just thought that would be a fun thing to share, but let's give it up for Jason.
Hey, Cheryl.
Let's give it up for Toddy.
Try to be.
I'll call Cheryl.
Okay.
Cheryl will work.
Good work on that.
Hi everyone, I have a lot to share with you today. So we have a lot of really fun things going on. As Jamie mentioned earlier, we have Matt Burke coming September 10th for our team meeting. It's gonna be really great. So let's pack a room for him and show him how grateful we are to have him here. The Parade of Homes luxury bus tour is full. So that's really exciting. All of you that are joining us, thank you for signing up. One of the featured stops that we are going to is 5504 Dundee Road in Edina. I don't know if you can see it back there, but it's a gorgeous home. So that's one of the featured stops that you guys will be going to, and it's just gonna be really great. We're gonna take a lot of social media content that day, and it's a great opportunity for recruits. So thank you for the ALC members that helped put it on, and for those of you that are coming. Coming up tomorrow, we have the Canva KW Flagship Enterprise Relationship launch. class at 10 a.m. So they're gonna be talking about it today in the team meeting, but then, as we know what we know now, and then tomorrow there's probably gonna be even a whole bunch of more information. So, whatever you get out of today's class will be great, or team meeting section, but then tomorrow would be a great time to come and actually do, I think it's gonna be a little bit of like a workshop-ish kind of, no?
Woo!
Come and find out, okay? Okay. Then save the date for trunk or treat happening October 25th. Halloween is on a Friday this year, which I'm excited about. So it'll be the Saturday before Halloween, so October 25th, 10 to noon. There's going to be more information coming out about this. This is one of those plug and play events that we do for our agents. So there's going to be a marketing plan, all the instructions on how to sign up and how to be a part of it. Last year, I think we had like, how many cars, Grace, did we have? Like close to 20, I think. Yeah, okay. So it's becoming big, and it's a really fun thing to be able to invite your clients to. Everybody pitches in, we send how many people are coming, everybody buys candy, and it's just a really cool event. Nobody's gonna know if you have, 30 people show up or one person show up because everybody's going to everybody's car. So it's just gonna be a really great event. So look out for more information on that. Then we have coming September 9th, we have Win with Lead Gen with Candace teaching. And then we have on September 18th, Sarah teaching Beyond Top of One with Sarah.
It wasn't on top of my to let you know that she actually has to be somewhere else.
I will be at the Realtors Unite with our lovely broker.
And me, dancing on the tables.
And you, dancing on tables. So that was my mistake. I will teach that class, but it won't be on the 18th.
Okay, so TBD. Okay? Yes. Okay, Bold is back, and it's happening September 24th through December 4th. It is hosted by KWPR Grove, and it's going to be in Wrigley. If you would like to sign up, please email me or Jamie, and we will make sure to get you the information to get signed up. It is going to be hosted by Hudson Warren this year. There's the dates. First Steps to Bold is going to be Wednesday, September 24th. That's where you can go and see what Bold is all about. You don't have to pay anything to go to First Steps to Bold. It's just get a little bit more information, kind of learn about what it's going to be, and I think it's called Bold Onward now, or Onward Bold. So it's 99% new content. So for those vets like Krista that have taken Bold before, this is kind of new. So here's a video that Gary.
Is it through December 4th or November 4th?
Hi, I'm Gary Keller, and I'm bold. In a competitive world of real estate, success demands more than just dedication and hard work. It requires a bold approach, skills, and a mindset that sets you apart from the rest. I want to welcome you to Bold, the ultimate real estate productivity program designed to help you unleash your full potential and take your career to new heights. In Bold, you'll get access to industry-leading strategies, techniques, and tools that will help you take more listings, close more deals, maximize your profits, and even elevate your business. And Bold isn't just another class. It's a transformational experience that empowers you to break through barriers and achieve extraordinary results. In Bold, you'll be immersed in hands-on activities, learn conversations that give you results, and track the numbers that drive your business. This isn't about giving you more knowledge. It's about giving you actionable strategies that produce real results. If you're ready, I know where I'd be. Sign up for a Bold near you today.
So if you're looking for an awesome way to kickstart your business for next year, this would be a great place to start. Okay, because of Bold, we are going to be shifting Monday's team meetings to Thursdays, beginning September 25th, so the 24th. Is the last Wednesday of the month. We will not have a team meeting that day. We will have it on Thursday, the 25th, and that will run through December 4th because of Bold, not Bold, but that's good too. We want you to be able to participate in Bold and not miss our weekly team meeting. So they'll still run from 11 to noon, but just shift it to Thursday for a little while. Then, brought to you by North Central Region, we have Social Media Refresh coming. It's going to be hosted or ran by Kylie Orlando. She's the Senior Social Media Manager at KWPR. We had a Zoom with her previously as a leadership team, and she was super awesome. So this is gonna be open to everybody. It's on the calendar. You can click on the Zoom link and join on September 10th from 10 to 10:30. And then on October 10th, Friday, October 10th, North Central Region is hosting the Twin Cities Agent Summit. And there's some really big names coming. Dana Gentry, Ken Pozak, KT Temple, and Myra Oliver. The big things that are gonna be covered here are social media, video, leveraging AI, and building your wealth. The early bird pricing is $169, and there's a QR code to sign up. It will also be in the Friday email on Facebook. And if you need any other information on how to get signed up, feel free to just shoot me an email. But it's gonna be a jam-packed day full of value. And Jamie made the comment, this is like a mega agent panel for our region. So, lots and lots of value there.
Now, Olivia, why are these folks? You tell us about Street for Olivia.
Well, Dana Gentry has 12,000 followers on Instagram. She just spent 3 hours with Rory Vaden, who is the founder of Brand Builders, and he's spoken at our national events, and she's super passionate about social media and branding. So I'm also lining up, following her presentation, we'll have a short panel of local realtors who are experts in social media. So I've literally for 2 weeks been calling people, stalking people. We'll have 4 or 5 people from all different real estate companies on that panel. And then I'm putting together a mega agent panel. So far I've called like the top 10 agents in the region, and most of them can't attend. So we'll see who ends up on that panel. Ken Pozak has 75,000 followers on video, and he moved from Michigan to Florida 7 years ago and didn't know anybody. His kids love Disney, and his wife and him love Disney as well, and so they just picked up and moved. Last year he sold 500 houses. This year already he's closed 553 houses, and he receives between 30 and 40 leads a day free from YouTube. So he's gonna speak he's basically our whole afternoon because he's just that good. So he'll be about 3 hours on that afternoon. KT Temple is an RTT for New York and also a son of a dear friend of mine, and he's everything AI. So obviously that is a huge topic right now that we all need to be leaning into. Whether we like it or not, we need to be doing it. And for the older folks in the room like me, you can't teach an old dog new tricks because ChatGPT is a friend of mine now. And Myra Oliver, and it tells me nice things when I ask it nice things. Like, have you guys ever tried to do that? Myra Oliver has written a book, and it's gonna be on wealth building and investing, and not to the extreme of like, you know, she's untouchable. Like, you know, maybe we think Linda McKissick, who owns hundreds of doors and a bunch of buildings and, you know, $1 million in profit share. Myra is wealthy. I think she'll be a little bit more relatable to myself and to you as well. So it's gonna be a great day. The region will lose money on the event. I'm just gonna put that out there. So we tried to make it as cheap as possible. We're thinking we'll have 300 people there, but it's going to be the event of the year. And we're gonna get, like I said, people from other companies on this panel. So we really wanna make sure it's not looked at as just a KW event. So JW Marriott. Where's it gonna be at?
JW
JW
Marriott,
Mall of
America.
Oh, okay.
Yep, awesome, thank you, Olivia. And it's Brian's turn, sorry.
What's that one like?
That's all I got.
Was that it?
Yeah, that's
Well,
it.
thank you, Connie. That was a lot. Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Next up is Brian Sunder. So he's not here. Had a previous engagement, so, even though I thought he was married. I guess he does have a previous engagement then. That's how he gets started that now. Oh, okay. Well, speaking of a couple, they're not engaged or married. And let's welcome up Cheryl and Grace.
Yeah, you should. Grace is gonna sit over there, because she doesn't know what to do with her hands either. So, you know, we put 2 of us together, we're gonna have all kinds of nonsense going on here. The first thing I wanna start out by saying, obviously KW and Canada getting together is a huge deal. The ability to market stuff effectively is super important. We've used designs for a long time in Command, and I think we can all agree that Canva offers some benefits. One of the things that Designs does really well is it integrates with MLS. And if you need to do something very quickly or on the fly, that's awesome. But what if Canva could integrate with MLS? That would be really cool. And that's part of what we're going to be launching tomorrow. Now here's the good news. I've been around for a long time. I've been in the tech industry for literally 35 years now. And I'm going to be honest with you, as honest as I can be. Not everything works right on day one. All right? So I want to get that out there right now. Here's the thing I know about all of you, because I've worked with all of you now here for several years. You were fine yesterday. If it doesn't work tomorrow, you will still be fine. So if something's goofy, relax, breathe and read a little bit, we'll be fine, because we don't know. But we're gonna be here tomorrow to support you and figure out how to make all this stuff work. Now, what I'd love to do is show you what it's gonna look like tomorrow. That would be a great way to start this presentation, but I can't, because I don't know. All right, so let's just get all that out in the beginning and know that we're gonna go through and we're gonna cover a couple different things today. But I thought it would be really useful to not just talk today about Canva. Because at the end of the day, today, you could go into Canva right now and make a listing presentation, make a flyer for your open house, and do all of that stuff right now, today. Having Canva tomorrow just means that you'll be able to do it tomorrow and a little bit better. But what I thought would be really useful is, as we talk about all the things that are going on right now, Canva's not going to sell a house for you tomorrow that you couldn't have sold today. It's not going to add anything to your business tomorrow that you couldn't do today. So what I did want to talk about today is how do we integrate that with other things so that we can collectively really launch this forward. So today we're going to focus on not just Canva, because that is a big step for us. And it's such a big step for us that our competitors have been running around like a bunch of people to figure out how they can also somehow say they have Canva too. We've got it too. Just like when McDonald's launched chicken sandwiches, everybody suddenly had to have a chicken sandwich, right? We have Canva, everybody has to have Canva. But what we have is unique in that it's integrated with MLS, which is amazing. It's a great thing for us. It's fantastic to have that. We have templates that are unique to us. That's fantastic for us. Our competitors, well, they've got some other options, right? But we have things that are unique and part of this special partnership. But what we really thought would be useful is not just to tell you that we have it, but how can we use it? How can we use it better? And we've talked a lot about AI. So today's class is going to be a mixture of Canva, what I can do with it, what I need to know for tomorrow, and what do I do on AI to make it really work for me? Because Canva is just marketing. And why it matters in general is because it gives you speed and scale, right? I can do things faster in Canva. I can do things and make them more scalable. And with hundreds of pre-built templates, you're gonna be able to find stuff that you like. Now, here's why that's important. I'm gonna pick on my friend Kelly over here, because she's new. Very new. If you haven't met Kelly, she's fantastic. She's doing a great job, new agent, doing fantastic things. But we all have a tendency, especially when you're new, to be worried about the font. Is this the right color? Is this the correct font? Do I have the right word? Look, that's why templates are here. I'm gonna use the template and I'm gonna be done. Because what I do best is sell houses, not make graphics. Because none of the graphics do the work you do. You do the work, and having them work for you is amazing. So, professional look, every time, consistent with KW colors, the stuff is there, it's consistent, it's easy, that's what makes this great. The speed and the consistency is super important. Being MLS powered, auto-populate MLS from the MLS with the information from MLS into Canva makes your life easier and faster. Less typing, more closing. I like that. That's where you gotta be, is out there in the business. And Canva has built-in AI for writing captions, editing images, creating video scripts, even translating content into 100 languages. So if you're marketing a property in Poland, bam, you're gonna be ready to go. Bam, that's right. Polish
What about
Canva.
Don't forget to cite their brokerage.
Yeah, there we go. So, Grace, you wanna tell us a little bit about this?
Yes, so I'm gonna go a little bit into social media, and how you can tie that in and use ChatGPT to your advantage, and then also implementing that into Canva to make your graphics easy, eye-catching, and get people to see your stuff.
So we just start, again, refreshing that tie-in. Canva is the one, right? It's the one. It makes your design easy. ChatGPT makes the why and how, your message, powerful, and together, custom strategy, pro design, your unfair advantage. Put the two together to be successful. I use ChatGPT to design my message and Canva to make it look great. See, I often make the joke when we're talking to new people that when I'm doing work, I teach you to make your stuff effective. But Grace teaches you to make it attractive or excellent, and together, the two of us make it pretty effective. She does pretty, I do effective, together they're pretty effective. And ChatGPT and Canva work together in that way to make your work pretty effective.
Okay, so when you go into ChatGPT, before you go into Canva or start your branding process, because you want your brand to be consistent on your social media, you can ask ChatGPT like why you're posting it, help you figure out like who you're posting it for. So like, are you wanting to attract buyers to an open house, showcase a new listing, or stay top of mind with past clients? So before you do anything, figure out who you're targeting so that you can tailor that messaging to it. So you'll see like why this audience. So you can ask ChatGPT, I want to tailor this to my past clients, make sure I'm top of mind for them so that they see I'm always here, open, they can ask me questions, and ChatGPT will give you captions, hashtags, so that will reach those people on your social media. And then additionally, why should someone care, right? So if you're saying open house this Saturday, here's the date, here's the time, here's location, that's it. If you want something more eye-catching, you can say, here's your chance to tour a rare 4-bedroom in Apple Valley before it's gone. So that will catch people's eye instantly and say, oh, okay, this is cool, let me swipe through the photos and see if this is something I'm interested in. And then again, you can use hashtags and tailor it. Give me a caption for Instagram, which is gonna be shorter, snappier, and then Facebook will be a longer form caption, typically. So then the how do I say it best? So, like I said, engaging captions, hooks, and then giving them a call to action. Comment below if you wanna see this house or learn more about it, or if you want a private tour. So that gives people a reason to reach out to you. And then how do I tailor it to my audience? So making sure, like you said, there's gonna be a KW brand kit so that all the fonts are consistent, and the colors as well, so you get those hex codes of the red, the teal, the gray, all the stuff that you would need. And then how do I maximize impact? So if you wanna tailor it to certain people, give me 10 hashtags that like boost the algorithm, gets me in front of people, and people will see this pop up on their feed. ChatGPT will give you that, and you can put it on there, and then give you local hashtags as well.
I know people who have charged to go to a class on hashtags, and people have paid money to get the right hashtags. 3 years ago, maybe that was a good choice. Today, you can do it for next to nothing on ChatGPT. And so the trick is to use ChatGPT before Canva. And the first thing you want to do is build a master prompt. Now, if you weren't able to be with us last week when I covered this in the AI class, building a master prompt is a personalized marketing brain. And the point of the prompt is to tell ChatGPT who you are, what your ideal client is, your marketing goals. The more information you provide in this chat, you can literally tell it, operate with this knowledge from here on out, going forward. And so every time you go into ChatGPT, it knows who you are and knows what your goal is. And if you do that and create this master prompt, from then on, it will go and act in that manner. Here's the thing, every once in a while, if you're like me, you might get a listing that's unique. Now, my ChatGPT loves to put stuff in there about pirates. It knows me pretty well. It knows I love the pirates, not Pittsburgh pirates, they're terrible, but real pirates. And so it tends to act in that way. It loves to put stuff in there. I like it to put stuff in there. I encourage it to do it. But if I get $1 million listing, I am not going to do pirates. So I might need to tell it that one time, hey, let's cut off, let's be serious, there's a different market to this, and I wanna make sure my prompt reflects that. But your master prompt that you create can definitely do a lot of work for you in advance. The second thing you can do with that is to generate a content strategy, which is turning your ideas into ready-to-use content. A couple weeks ago in our AI class, I covered uploading my personality profile. I uploaded my personality profile, I uploaded my KPA, I uploaded my DISC profile. I uploaded every single thing that I know about that talks about me into ChatGPT. And I said, and I asked it to customize its responses going forward, knowing that. Knowing what it knows about me, customize responses. Yesterday, as part of the class I was doing with Kelly, I literally asked it, based on what you know about me, what is the best marketing and lead management strategy I can perform for myself? Give me 6 ideas for lead generation and marketing for myself, based on what I like to do and how I like to do it. And if you've been in any of my AI classes, you know it always spits out when I ask about lead generation, no calls, because I know you don't like them. And that's what it says every single time. But what it did tell me is that based on what I know about you, Jason, you are very good at taking complex ideas and making them simple for people. You probably are often complimented on this, it told me, and you ignore those compliments because you think it's natural, while others see it as a true gift. And as a result, your marketing should reflect this strength. You should regularly do marketing based on how to simplify a particular process. For example, demystifying a mortgage. How do I get started? Everything I do, and it gave me a number of great ideas on how to make marketing based on my strengths and how I would market to my clients. And then from there, how can I do that on Facebook? How do I do that on LinkedIn? What should I do specifically? All of this stuff is available. And it stays on brand and on message. You see right there, Jason, I didn't put that in there. I'm gonna be honest with you. This entire presentation I did in ChatGPT this morning at 7:45. All right, all of it is there. It's all designed like that. And I can save time and energy doing this. I used to hit come up. You get here very early in the morning on the day before a team meeting to make sure everything is set up. I can save a lot of that time now because this does it for me. It speaks in my voice in the way I want to speak consistently because of the master prompt. Great.
Okay, so here's another example for you. So you can put into ChatGPT, this is what I did this morning. I said, ChatGPT, give me a 3-post Instagram series for downsizing empty nesters. Use a friendly, empathetic tone, 50 to 70 words each with a clear call to action. So it's important to be specific if you want it to spit out exactly what you want, and then after a while to get better and better, like Jason was saying, it'll know you more and more and then give you exactly what you want to see and what you want to put out there. So I'll show you.
And by doing that, you're gonna get ready-made captions, and drop them right into Canva, and then use command to schedule your posts. All out in advance, whole thing done for you.
So it gives you 3 different options, kind of with different tones, the big shift, freedom and simplifying, and then finding the perfect fit. And so you can read through these and decide what you want to do. So if you wanted to ask it a follow-up question, you could say, okay, I'm going to make a graphic on Canva with 1 sentence that I want to put on that graphic. Give me 1 sentence that would pop out, attract people to look at my graphic, and then put the rest in the caption and also give me hashtags to do that. And it will do that. And you can say, you can use a template that Canva will give you, the KWPR Canva, and then say, oh, okay, that'll fit about 1 sentence, let me put that in there, and then use whatever here to create a caption so you can ask it follow-up questions as well.
So what else do we need to do? Create a consistent funnel. We know that this is an important part of our business. We talked a little bit about lead generation. Now I need to create a consistent funnel. And that's connecting the dots. ChatGPT builds a message, Canva makes it look polished, Command distributes it when and where you want it to go. That's the point of this process, right? All three of these things work together to get where you want. You have one workflow, but many outputs. ChatGPT can help you organize your thoughts, because the biggest thing that I stand up in front of you guys on a regular basis and say is that consistency beats perfection. And ChatGPT can help you provide both a consistent message, but the consistency of delivery, helping you plan out when this happens. All right, when do I want to do this? What makes the most sense? And that way you can message, design, publish, engage your people, because at the end, you're best with your people. You're best when you're in front of people, not spending all day making posts. So I want it to make the post, I want to be done with the post, I want it to be consistent, I don't want to spend hours agonizing over the right word or the right font or the right color. I want to get that done and get in front of folks. And then, because you're managing through Command, you can track your engagement, refine your next set of ChatGPT prompts to make sure it's consistent with what you want and consistently put out the message that's going to be best for you.
Okay, another example, I said, ChatGPT, write me a Facebook ad headline, body text, and call to action for just listed property in Lakeville. Keep it under 50 words, highlight family-friendly features, and make it feel urgent. That's super important, the urgency for people to look at a property. So then I just copy and paste it into a Canva, just listed flyer or a social media template, or you can use it as a caption, and then you can upload it in Command and run it as a paid ad, or post it on social media. You can schedule it out to Facebook and Instagram through Command, and then track clicks, likes, and leads. Okay, so here's an example. This unfortunately isn't one that KW is giving us. This is just one of mine. But I did put the KWPR logo at the bottom. So this is a great example.
Where are you clapping, Melissa?
This is a great way. This is like, if you're gonna use the templates, it's a great way to show, like, be compliant and show who you're licensed with, because they'll have all of our logos right on there for you, and again with the fonts and the colors as well. So this is just one that ChatGPT gave me. It said, just listed in Lakeville, spacious 3-bedroom home with loft, fenced yard, and nearby parks, perfect for family living, move-in ready, and won't last long. Schedule your showing today. You can put your contact information, and if you want to be extra compliant, you can say license with Keller Williams for realty, which is what I do. So yeah, I would say it's a great option to use these templates. Additionally, the templates that Canva is giving you, you guys know if you're in designs on Command, you'll see like all those things that are KW, sometimes they can look like an advertisement. The algorithm does not like posts that look like an advertisement. So if the algorithm sees that, they're not gonna put it in front of people. So if it's something like this, with low branding, and just like a little bit more luxury looking, which I think is what Canva will give us as templates, I encourage you to use those so that it's consistent with the rest of your stuff, and then it doesn't look like an advertisement to the algorithm. So pay attention to those things, and you can ask ChatGPT what would the algorithm like to see, and then
Just because one of you noticed this, Jordan, Lakeville, we didn't write the prompt based on it. You would do that, but we didn't. So what do I need to know going into tomorrow? Who gets access? Everybody at Keller Williams gets access. And the next follow-up question is, well, how do I get access? I don't know, but we'll know tomorrow. Here's what I do know. It's gonna involve your Keller Williams email address, but I don't use my Keller Williams email address. I don't know what my Keller Williams email address is. Today's a great day to start working on that, because you're gonna wanna know. Where am I gonna find it? In Command Dashboard, there will literally be a button up at the top, right next to the Connect button, as I understand it. Maybe not, but that's what I think. It'll be up there, and you can go directly from Command into Canva. But I don't use Command. Oh, you will for this. What can I do with it? Well, I make flyers, signs, presentations, posts, video, and direct mail, right? That's kind of nice. I can do all those things. Again, all the stuff that's going to be in there is super, it's wonderful, and you're good at it already. This is just going to make it better and faster. Can I upload to Command? You're darn right, paid ads, social posts, Twilio, listings, KW site, all will be integrated with it. So if you want to send out that text message from Canva, boop, Twilio, away it goes. But I don't like Twilio because it uses a different number. No, you have a business number now. That's exciting. You have a personal number and a business number. You're pretty cool like that. That's how cool you are. What about paid Canva Pro? All right, I have Canva Pro right now. I need to convert it. I need to make it into a thing. You cancel your membership with them. And if you paid for the whole year, you ask for your money back. And they give it to you. That's pretty cool. But that's it. We didn't know before. That's the new news. Here's the thing. Don't cancel it right now. Don't get excited and cancel it right now. Because I don't know if this is going to work tomorrow. But you'll eventually cancel it because the other thing, you probably have some templates in Canva Pro right now if you use that, and you're going to transfer them to your new account. And so if you cancel it, that will make that a little harder. So let's get everything transferred, let's get everything up and running, and then you cancel the account. But it's going to cost me $4.64. Olivia's here. Ask her. I'm kidding. Don't ask her. She doesn't have $4.64. Training tomorrow at 10 a.m. And again throughout the month, you'll see regular stuff coming out from us. Me, Grace, I, both of us. Cheryl will be here. Cheryl's very popular with this kind of stuff. But answers.kw.com will also have a lot of the stuff you're looking for. I've never heard of answers.kw.com. Well, blame the tech guy. I don't know where he's at, but he should be telling you about that. But answers.kw.com is a great resource when you can't get in front of the tech guy. Finally, will it replace command designs? Nope. It's an additional tool, not a replacement. I'm not certain what you'll ever use designs for again, but it's still going to be there, in case you do. Maybe you love it. Maybe you used it for a long time like I do. It's actually simpler for me to make things in designs than it is for me in Canva, frankly. If you've ever had to sit with me and Toddy in a room and me telling her to put something in Canva, you know I'd rather be doing it in designs because I don't understand how that thing works, but I'm going to learn because it's important and Grace swears it's easy. So she says if I can figure out designs, I can figure out Canva. So what do I need to do for tomorrow? I'm going to log into Canva via the command dashboard. There's probably some people who work at HHG who don't know all of their command stuff. Some people at HHG, some lovely people, have all of your passwords and your emails to date. If they don't, they're probably updating it with me later in the day. But it's important that you know that. And sometimes you haven't been there a while, it's important to check on your backup email because if you don't know your password, I can't change it for you. Not that I'm not saying I could and I'm just tricky. No, I literally can't do it for you. You will have to hit the button that says forgot password because you did, and then get a new password. It's okay. But they're going to send it to your backup email. And if you don't know your backup email, I can help you with that. And I'd love to be able to do that if you're having challenges. So explore the templates. Look through there. Yay, schedule some time, just look through it, just touch it, feel it. You want to be excited about it, touch them, look them, have fun with that. Find something you use. Write your master prompt in ChatGPT. Write your master prompt. I wish I'd have been to that class, I couldn't go, I was very busy that day, and I don't know anything about a master prompt. I'm going to teach you a new trick. Open up ChatGPT and say, I need to write a master prompt. I am a realtor. And that's all I know right now. What else do you need to know from me to write a master prompt? And it will tell you what it needs to know. The most amazing thing about ChatGPT is that it will do surgery on itself to get you where you need to be. I say that because I've used ChatGPT to fix Karina's monitors. I don't even know what's wrong with them. But I asked the computer what was wrong with the computer, and the computer told me what I needed to do to fix the computer.
Wow.
It looked inside itself and said, could you please give me this information, copy and paste it? Oh, how do I get there? I don't even know what you're talking about. It told me where to go. And I copied and pasted the stuff and said, okay, that's not the problem. Let's try a different route. Go here. It can do that for you. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I spent 15 years teaching people how to use iPhones. This is so much simpler because I just tell it what I want. And then it says, huh. Now the cool thing you want to make sure that you know is to make sure that after it does that, one of my favorite prompts is critique yourself. Because I want ChatGPT to argue with itself about whether it's right or wrong. And it does. And it tells you what it said, whether it's good or not. And it tells you what you can do to fix it. There's some amazing things you can do with this. And putting this all together and turning it into your assistant is really crazy. So once you've done that, go ahead and create your first ChatGPT and Canva post. Here's something great. Now I'm going to go one step further because I know most of you weren't able to make my class. And we talked a lot about uploading my personality profile. And I put that in there and some people are like, well, that's a little scary, man. It's a little scary. Here's the deal. I got my personality profile done on the internet. It's already out there. Other people already have access to it. The only one who doesn't have any access to it is me. And I want to use it. So I put it in there. And I asked it some crazy questions. And I'm going to be a little vulnerable with you, a little odd about it. I asked it, what are some things that are strengths of mine, as I mentioned earlier, and it mentioned making things simple, right, for other people. And I said, all right, now that you know that about me, and now I know it about me, what has that done to my children? And it told me what I've done to my children. And I said, all right, well, that's cool and all. I mean, that's really neat. But more important, what I really want to know is how do I fix that now? And it said, you know, here's the deal. You're really good at explaining something. So what that means to your children is you probably explain everything. You can stop that now. They're adults. And not only could you stop that now, but instead of explaining something, ask them what they think. Spend more time listening to them and less time explaining everything. I'm like, well, that seems kind of obvious. I wish I'd have thought about that 20 years ago, but we're not there anymore, we're here. And then it said, would you like me to send an email or prepare a script for you so that you know how to say this because this isn't your normal language? And I'm like, this is a little creepy and a little weird. I should be able to talk to my children. And then it did write me a script. And I said, I didn't never said it like that. And I have a daughter who is super important to me, but she is, the people at the Mexican restaurant, go to the Mexican restaurant all the time. And our waiter, yes, our waiter, you know, it's a Norm situation. We come in and it's Norm and the drinks are there before we're at the table. Our waiter refers to her as, quote, the angry one. So, oh, where's the angry one today, he'll say, or something like that. Here's the thing. When I used the script with ChatGPT and I went down there and I delivered the script from ChatGPT to her, she's like, huh. I've never had her actually stop and pause. I've never had her actually think about anything I've said in my entire life. Because I've spent all this time explaining everything to her. And instead I didn't explain anything. I just said the words. And it was really nice. And then I left very quickly because I didn't know what else to say after. That's how life works, right? But I needed that first step to get over the hump. But you're asking yourself, all right, that's all cool. You can mess with your kids and that's fine. And they're adults. They're not really kids and they should be able to stomach that. But how much easier would it be to do this with my clients when they come up with a really crazy problem or a really strange thing? Like, my lovely wife is trying to sell a house right now, and I'll be honest with all of you as realtors, you'll understand this. It's stinky. 80% of the feedback she gets is, it smells like smoke in there. And the client says, I don't smell anything. All right, how are we gonna resolve this in a way that makes sense? Now we all know there's a couple ways. And I gotta be honest with you, Kelly's really good at this stuff. She's done it. We're still not moving forward. Because the house still smells, and the price is still where it's at. We've done all kinds of things to abate the smell. The house still smells, the price is still where it's at. So we asked Chat, what do we do now? Because it'd be nice to have another idea. And it said, here's an idea for you. We tried it. It didn't work amazingly. I don't want to oversell you. It worked okay. She listened. And She's starting to move some of that stuff out of her house. She doesn't even live there, and she's got all this stuff from 1970 that still smells the cigarettes she used to have. Get stuff out of there. The nice thing for me is I actually had to do it in Pirate Talk, and it told me to put all her stuff, ask her to put all of her stuff in the brig. And I'm like, I don't know if she's gonna respond well to putting it in the brig. But maybe that's the right idea, right? So we started packing the stuff. She's just not real happy about it, but it'll make progress on the house. And if that's the most important thing when my clients in that household, that's the most important thing I can do. So look, there's a lot of opportunities with this. I want to stress that Canva is super important for us as an organization, super important for you as an agent. But if you don't get to use it tomorrow because the system's screwy, you'll be fine. Just like I told people when I was teaching them about cell phones, if it doesn't work, you lived your entire life without one. You'll be fine. You know exactly what to do if nobody calls you. Just keep living. All right? So, we'll work on it tomorrow. We'll be here at 10 a.m. Grace and I will talk about different stuff. We will make it worth your while when you are here. And because we like to think of it as an open house kind of training, you gotta go. That's okay. If you're gonna come late, that's okay too, because it's kind of like an open house. Super excited. We'll be here, and we hope to see you too. So, Canva gives you the paint and the brushes. ChatGPT helps you sketch it. Command hangs in the gallery where your clients can see it together. That's how you work smarter, not harder. Cool? We good?
Good.
What questions you got?
Woo! Will you be on Zoom?
Workshops are hard on Zoom, so we're gonna put it on Zoom, but we'll see. We'll put it on Zoom, but we'll be there.
I will also add, if you are like nervous about Canva or haven't really gotten into Canva much, like because it's a lot, Canva literally marketed themselves at the beginning as user friendly, and that's how they got to where they are. So the best way to figure it out is just get in there and play with all the different tools. And like, it just takes a while to figure out. There's only so much that you can like teach on it before you figure it out. So bring your computers, get in there, and then start. And at the top of Canva, it tells you your designs, templates. There's so many templates already in there, and then we'll get KW branded ones. So if you go in there and hit templates, that will go into your design, so you shouldn't really have to go into your designs to create your own. So just go in there and play around in there, and all the fonts are set up for you, and then if it integrates to MLS, then that's great as well.
So, we're excited, we're hopeful, cautiously optimistic, as they say, and we're ready to go tomorrow. So we'd love to have you all, anybody who's willing, has the time, opportunity, and chance to be here, we're super excited about it. So, we're ready to go. Leroy Jenkins.
Awesome.
Jamie.
Yes. Hey, wait, hey, let's get it going. He says he put all this in there this morning, or they came up with it this morning, and that is true. However, you put a lot of work into the work of it working, and you just made it come to life in a way, you and Grace, that is easily digestible. However, I want to ask you, are you a little overwhelmed with the rate of change? Right? A couple years ago, or a year ago, whatever it was, with NAR, we had to change, didn't we? We had to change quick. It seems like everything is changing. So I need to challenge you. What's the rate of your learning? What's an acceptable rate of your learning? Because we put a lot of work into this fun stuff, right? And do that. There's Brian. Well, Brian's back. Go backwards. It's kind of fun. He's on and then he's back. But we have a lot of these, which are sometimes attended lightly, sometimes they're heavily attended. And we have amazing opportunities like the bus tour, and that sells up bus load after bus load right away. So let me encourage you to work on your rate of change, your rate of learning, and fill up these seats. Fill up these seats. I do have one thing to say before we move forward. We talked about Matt Burke coming next week. So one of the things the center for the Vikings, first thing he does is he gets a play call, and then he goes up to the line and he looks at the defense. So he knows words, he knows things he wants to do. However, by looking at the defense, he makes a decision, okay, the coverage needs to shift this way, you gotta get that guy, this guy's gotta happen, watch out for this guy coming this way. So why is that important to you? It's because he just walked up to the line and said, you know what, the 10th isn't gonna work, we gotta do the 17th. So this is now gonna be on the 17th. Audible. So we went from a run to a pass. So the next week, we're gonna have a case study, and the following week will be math. So again, let me encourage you, look at these learning opportunities. We have a regional director who's not too bad and puts together some amazing things like on the 10th. So grow your rate of change, and let's also have a great time doing it. All right, we have the Mega Agent Mastermind after this, and thank you Team Lucky Duck for supplying lunch, which is the cereal. So thank you, everybody. We love you. Appreciate the opportunity. Jackson, is there any left? Yeah, sorry, it's September 3rd and it's already gone.
Hi, I'm Gary Keller.
Oh, Gary.
And you're like, wow, literally right in
Those old school ass.
There you go.
Just a little, like a little Kelly.
Yes, sort of that. Hi, Mary. I wondered if you were. How are you? Mary?
I don't have any.
It's a Friday, if it works, you can put that in there. Well, let me know if you need anything else.
I always feel that the ribbon is so much easier than this tape. Tie them all.
Closer.
Friday meeting for Colorado, you take her to visit her.
Right away.
It's grandparents day on Friday.
That's why I like to be there for that.
Yep.
First of all, that's why